Hi, Random Tuesday. I took a couple days off work and I figured why not hang out with people and play some games? So I'm here. It's Tuesday afternoon. I have a copy of the realMyst Masterpiece Edition that I would love to play. I played Myst way back when it was relatively new. I don't remember being very good at it, so we'll see how I do. I also think I may have played the iPad version of Myst a little bit. Hi, Rykar07, or 01, 07? I don't know. Hi, Rykar. But it has been long enough that I don't remember any of the puzzles. And I've played Myst for sure. I've played a little bit of Riven. I've never played Myst 3, 4, or 5, and so eventually I'd like to get to them, but why not start with 1? So I have it queued up. We'll see if this works. Promotion 07. Also, for anyone who is watching who is one of my subscribers, I just uploaded 2 new emotes today. I still have not hit the mark where I can just upload them and they're immediately available, so they have to go through Twitch review, but the Chaos emote and the Speak Attack emote are done. They are uploaded, and as soon as Twitch approves them, they'll be available. So those are coming. I'm gonna see if the game will work. And maybe? Game! We'll see how this works. I'll probably end up having to move bits of the screen overlay around. We'll see. I have literally not gone past this point of loading up the game and making sure that that Streamlabs recognized it as a game. So, Myst. Oh, sorry. There, you should be able to hear it now. Such memories. I love this style of puzzle game. I've played The Room on my iPad and enjoyed that. Wanted it to be much longer than it was. So yeah. So this is not the original version of Myst. It's the same game, the same story and all of that, but it's been upgraded multiple times. Oh, Pretzel's still running. Let me kill Pretzel there. Also, every time I click out of it, it kills the audio for you. I've never played past the first one. That's another series that I need to get back to. I really, really enjoy it. I'm glad to hear that you liked them too, Rykar. So, Myst has been updated a couple of times. This is the most recent update of it that was from 2000. Apparently there's possibly another remaster update of it for HD, like 4K screens that supposedly was coming, that they were talking about in 2020. Anyway, there's Classic Myst, where it's point and click, or there's Free Roam in this, where you basically, it turns it into an open world game. I'm gonna try Free Roam. I don't think I've ever done that. We'll see what it's like. Push the escape key for the main menu. Flashlight. I don't really know. I guess those are just telling me what the symbols are. Okay. Main menu. Ah, yes. Flashlight, audio, return to game, What was this one? I should have actually read that. Settings. Interactive guides. This is one of your first games when you got a real computer. Windows Millennium Edition. High growing towards the sun. No, go back. So this is the regular Myst. It is, but this is an updated version of the game that was released in like the upgrade was released in 2000. So this has upgraded graphics, and I've turned on the free roam mode. So it's basically an open world game in this mode. Instead of, like, the original version of this was point and click. You click on a spot and you go to that spot, and it was like just static images for the landscapes. I have not played it this way before, where it is like an open world free roam thing. I also don't remember any of the puzzles. I'm probably screwing things up by just flipping switches as I come across them, but also, why not flip switches? They're there. Honestly, they're not powered currently, I don't think, so flipping them doesn't really do a whole lot. It is nice being able to walk around. I've seen rumors of a version of Riven called Real Riven, which would be the same updated version as this realMyst version. But it wasn't included in the Steam package, so I don't know if it was ever released. Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our 4-chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve your message. Yours, Atrus. So I need to count the number of marker switches, which I think are those, which would mean I've seen 2 so far. Right? It's the number of these? I don't remember. That would be 3. Ooh, the door just opens? Oh, it's so pretty. The graphics on this are significantly updated. Oh, yeah. I forgot about... I literally just don't remember much of anything with this game. Take me back there. Come on. I clicked on it. I wanted to see it, and then I tried to move, and it didn't do... Can I not get back in the chair? I don't know how I got in the chair in the first place. It's okay. Huh. But I clicked and it laid me down, and now it won't do it again. That's not great. Oh. It's the stars. Right. Okay. Hi, Orgitis. How are you? Here we go. Okay, currently January 1st, 001 at 12 a.m. 001. Interesting. It has been such a long time. Let's go back outside. All right. 3 marker switches. Oh, the books. Tower rotation. This is a new game for you, Orangitis? Oh, this is, well, yeah, definitely. Have a food. Eat lunch. This is a really old game. It's from like 1993. I really shouldn't mess with these things because I know I'm not putting them where they need to go, but at the same time, chaos. The books with the videos in them, and that one just has static right now. Um, 1 second. Okay, I I did remember to turn on captions for me. They have got to have captions in here somewhere. Advanced settings? Like, this is a newer update for this game. I do remember playing when it was new and my graphics struggling with it. Is there really no option for captions? I mean, there's not that much dialogue in the game, but those videos have dialogue. I'm gonna be somewhat disappointed. I mean, somewhat is an understatement. I'm very disappointed that there's no captions. Well, I will do my best to describe what he was saying. Um, Basically, that was full of a lot of static, and he was just asking me to bring him more red pages. But I will have to investigate whether captions are possible. It's very hard for me to believe that they updated this in 2000 and didn't add captions or subtitles. Messieurs? Who are you? See you. Cannot. Help me. Bring me blue pages. Never, never. Pages. I must have the blue pages. Bring them to me, please. Hi, Scribbler. Yeah, it is realMyst Masterpiece Edition from 2000. And I cannot find a subtitles setting. So, watching the videos where they're talking at me, I'm trying my best. How can they have? I'm very, very annoyed that this was updated in 2000 and there were not subtitles added to it. Um, so yeah, I'll probably just be talking over when they're talking and just repeating what they're saying so that it goes in the captions. That's the best solution I can come up with. Burnt books. Oh yeah, okay. Most of these books are just burned. You really don't want to know what they're saying. Sirius and Akinar are butts. This is true. I do remember them not being very nice people. I was saying at the beginning, I have played Myst before. I've played it at least twice, but it's been a while, and I honestly don't remember how to solve any of the puzzles. I have started playing Riven, but I've never finished Riven, and I've never played Myst 3, 4, or 5. That were all included in the Steam bundle that I bought that got me this version of Myst. And I know that I don't have to click on all of the burnt books, but also I'm clicking on all the burnt books. There are some in here that are not burnt. Most of them are just those burned ones, but here's... I have called this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world, though it is exactly how I imagined it. It is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere there are only trees, which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange. Then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths to the village level approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. It's a TARDIS? You did the Kickstarter, Cyan did a few years ago. They have a fancy book holder that came with a fancy inkwell and pen. That's nice. I'm a sucker for fancy books, and so fancy book accessories, also amazing. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least, he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent he appears human. His hair, which was only His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise! This creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. The book holds all the CDs for the games and has a video panel that you can customize. Okay, that is kind of amazing. Like, because the books here, they have the videos in them, and so you've got a video panel in your book, and that's just spectacular. I'm a little jealous. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he has not spoken our tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings which happened randomly, some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day, things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I'm not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own. Yet the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there, and the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally, he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body, he had fallen onto a lower level of the walkway, and carry it away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts color. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon so that I may learn more from them. I have lived on this world for 3 months on and off, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Sirius and Achenar will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers, and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Osmoian age. Sirius has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warned the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Choctic. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Sirius and Achenar here. See Everdunes Journal for more information. After watching Sirius and Achenar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again. Choctic. Thank you, Scribbler. And for a little longer time. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Sirius and Achenar are staying behind again. I have been gone for over 3 days and have been to many different places. I had to tell Sirius and Achenar about Pran's death today, and they were visibly shaken. Although they only remembered her from their childhood, Catherine has suggested it would be wise for Sirius and Achenar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black I thought they were, to various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Even now, as I look through this very colorful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. We will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone, though I will have to think over their request. I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. And we appear to have a map with a future bridge marked on it. Blades of a windmill? And a drawing of a tree hut. That seems to be the end of this journal. We'll just slot that back where it goes. The Stone Ship Age. Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the Rocks because that is what they were, a group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This was where Emmett lived. He enjoyed his life. Emmett would occasionally swim to nearby rocks, as it was never too far of a distance. One day another person appeared on the rocks for no apparent reason to Emmett. Emmett named this new person Branch. Emmett and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together often. Emmett showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon, Branch discovered a place where he decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear, allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day, while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmett to find out what to call the new boy. Emmett said the boy should be called Will. Will was soon a part of the group, and all three of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. At least, that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmett, Branch, and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was not strange to me, but the three boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree, one of the smaller rock islands... While I was relaxing under a large tree on one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, and that they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They didn't understand. Not that I expected them to. I still do not fully understand what happened today. I was experimenting with the art, testing the limits of the rules as dictated by me by Father. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now have answers to a few questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoy it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They have played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I have made note of and named a number of constellations that pass above me. Also during the night, I catch glimmers of light from the horizon, which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me, I would like to discover why it is falling now. Regardless, I have decided to return home for a short while. I have also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light toward the horizon it might prove my suspicions regarding additional inhabitants. They would be curious about the light and travel to discover its source, if they have the means. I returned with many tools that I will need for construction of the lighthouse. I have decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse now and are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems to not be as secure as I would like. I have had to alter my plans slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done within 2 days. The lighthouse is finished and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening we powered up the generator, much to the boys' dread at first, and shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse and in the morning awoke to observe the sunrise without my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art, that will have a more profound impact on this world than I could ever have written. Ugh. I think. And we have the Stone Ship Age bird's eye view. Yeah, that boat's not going to sail. Okay. I think of this age as a gift to myself that I will wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it has changed so much that indeed it is a surprise. Besides, I have yet another new age that awaits me. It seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and so much planning is in order. It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stone Ship Age. Upon returning, I cannot believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I do not recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years, and the cool breezes are back again. They are all very content, and have been serving me with new foods and showing me new materials they have discovered. It even seems they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition, and it looks as if they have tried their very best to keep it so. Yet I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 or 50 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friends, I wonder aloud with them what things will be like here in another 10 years. Constellations. There's an anchor, an eye, a snake, a spider with 3 legs, a cross, an arrow, swan or goose, and a maple leaf. Those will be important. I'm not going to draw them right now. What's this one? I couldn't read the spine. We'll find out. I'm sure they'll say. It has been a while since I have heard only silence, and I enjoy it greatly, I think. For some reason I do not feel altogether welcome in this new world in which I have arrived. But how could I be unwelcome in an age with no inhabitants? It is, of course, only in my head. This world is very beautiful, but I think I have yet to ever write in a journal that an age I have linked to is horrid or disgusting. From the grassy hill where I am standing, I can see green fields below, along with a few scattered forests. A rather large lake looms some distance from where I am standing, yet the water's blue can be seen plainly from here. The air is fresh, and the sky is sparked with white clouds. It is absolutely breathtaking, and yet that strange feeling again. Perhaps it is the hot breeze that continues to blow from the north, hotter than I would have imagined. It almost singes my skin, and I feel quite uncomfortable when it comes. I will try to ignore it. Night has almost arrived, and the sunset is spectacular. Oranges and reds have settled above the western horizon. Though night has come, the horizon still glows red long past the sunset. Dark reds flow from the horizon and blend into the black sky. Again the feeling, and I am beginning to believe it is not all in my mind. I must sleep now. I will need my strength to explore more tomorrow. I have had to return home due to an unpredictable natural occurrence more frightening than I have ever experienced. I was awakened by terrible shakings in the ground and explosions on all sides of me. Rykar, thank you for the hydrate. Gigantic balls of fire were falling from the sky, and I immediately left in fear of my life. I must remember to bring a Myst linking book with me when I return, in case the one left there has been destroyed or damaged. Oh. I have returned to a different world than the one I left only 3 months ago. It has been transformed into a barren desert land with only gigantic craters scattered across the land to provide variety. Strangely enough, the small grassy hill where I spent my first night remains exactly the way I found it. Apparently, the falling meteors did not hit this area, leaving an oasis in the midst of this horrible desolation. The hot wind I remember has turned into a rather pleasant breeze, which is at least one improvement. I fear it is the only improvement. The magnificent lake I saw on my first visit is now completely dried up. However, another lake now exists and appears to be quite a bit larger. I assume one of the falling meteors created this lake due to its circular shape and the jutting rock that grows out of the center of the lake. The rest of this world seems like desert, although I will verify that statement with closer inspection. Though this world has little visual excitement to offer, it offers much to the ears. Sounds constantly flow through my ears, and I have found where a few of them originate. It seems, as Catherine says, I do find beauty in everything. Last night, I was awakened by a horrible hissing. I was sweating, and the heat was so intense that I immediately dipped my head in a nearby stream to cool it down. The hot breezes had returned, along with a low roar from the ground. I walked a short distance to observe some red flames shooting up from the earth. Suddenly the ground began to crack and a huge chasm opened. The chasm continued to grow until it was far too wide to cross. Then the tumult subsided, leaving only a dull roar. I have decided, however, I can use the chasm to my advantage. Perhaps the heat from the chasm can be harnessed. Radiant chasm. Collect heat. Even as the chasm has ripped into the surface of this world, it has opened up a whole new world to explore. Although uncomfortably hot, I found it possible to reach a cave in the chasm that had been created, and have now explored deep into the crust of this planet. I have found a vast underground cave system that will take many years to map and explore. I will also look for a safer way to reach the underground than through the chasm wall. This age seems to change on its own, so I feel I should leave again and see if things are different when I return. It is also important that I check on Cirrus and Akinar and make sure everything is going along well. When I return, I also hope to bring back some tools I will need for my plans to explore the underground. The abundance of raw materials here is beginning to amaze me. I have returned with some of the complex tools I knew I would be needing. I assumed I would have to return for more basic materials. However, it seems as though I will be able to find everything I need here. Of course, iron is abundant, but I have also found titanium occurring naturally. I am all the more excited to begin work. Everything is set, and I look forward to tomorrow. My raw materials are all here. I think I will be able to have most of my additions to this age completed within 1 year. I so love working with my hands, whether writing or building. I began today in the... will work well, and I have decided to... 3 meters is not enough support for the beams, although... amazingly strong. Has to be one of my most prized inventions. I am extremely... could never have imagined it to come together quite. I doubt... could possibly work with 14 instead of 8. Completely fatigued. I am so happy to have completed. Tomorrow. I am leaving today in order to bring back Cirrus and Akinar. I have left them alone in Channelwood. I believe they will enjoy all there is to see here. The age seems to have stabilized. I believe the meteors set off a period of volcanic activity by piercing into the shallow crust, but the tremors have become few. I have just noticed that a large amount of this journal has curiously vanished from the very pages on which I wrote over the last 18 months. Fortunately, I have copied many of my construction notes in another journal. I do not understand the many mysteries of this world, but I trust I will discover logical answers to my questions. I have a feeling that many of my questions can be answered in another age, to which I hope to travel soon. But for now, I must simply accept this world's mysteries and take pride in my accomplishments. We have a piano keyboard with certain notes indicated. C, and then an octave higher C, E flat. Is that? I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I took piano, and I think that's C, C, E flat, F, and F sharp. But I'm not 100% certain. And there's map. Or at least yeah, I guess it would be considered a map. Selenic? Celestic? I can't read the name of the age on that book, but something like that. Nope, that one's burnt too. Selenic. Thanks. It's just the angle that it's at and the yellow text on the blue book, and it's slightly blurred out, and so I couldn't read it. I think, is this one a journal? It is. Eventually I'll have to pull out my notebook because I'll have to actually write down notes for this game, but before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures. And it was. The sky here is dark and gray and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. Selenitic. Yeah, I remembered it was something like that. And the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills, which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. The lookout post's attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I have decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop this enemy's plan of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today, and I have begun work on a plan for a protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I am very pleased with their intelligence and their creativity, and their creativity is refreshing to see, as they work on some small projects of their own. Stairs with arrows pointing up from them. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world, except for its gray sky. They detest the gray sky and tell me many times they wish the sky here were like the blue sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level, that the people experienced after the attack. Rykard, thank you for the subscription. 2 months. Yes, 2 months has gone by very, very quickly, and I am so happy that you are here and that you chose to renew for a second month. That means a lot. So thank you. Yeah, it's weird because it's not just the day, it's the time of day that you subscribed when it will pop up for your anniversary. So yeah, whatever time of day that your subscription came through is when it pops up again. So, but yeah, it is lovely to have you sticking around. That means a lot. Also, I don't know what's up with my my subscription goal. I probably just need to cancel it and figure something out, because it's not updating when people are resubscribing, and it should be. So I think it's at like 5 out of 25, not 2 out of 25. But anyway, I'm not worrying about that right now. Right now, I'm actually reading these books in Myst, and I think I've only ever skimmed them. So this is fun for me. Inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography. I began experimenting with... Oh, there's no break in that sentence. It makes use of a technology called holography I began experimenting with on my visits to Aspermere. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. I want to go to Everdunes and Aspermere. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. Power, track slope. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us. So, very large fortress. And a track. The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. The insignia of the black ship is like a cross that has a dagger point on one side and a crescent moon. Last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe I have begun. But first, I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the tide. I believe in my travels I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. Yeah, like I said, I've basically only ever skimmed these books, and so actually reading them as though I'm reading a story is quite interesting. Rime, I have named it. A desolate age with a beauty that is quite different than I had expected or imagined. The intricate feathers of ice that fall from the sky are awe-inspiring. I feel as though I could sit and watch them for hours, and though it is cold here, like I have never experienced before, I find myself enjoying the change of temperature, for it is unlike any other place that I have ever seen. Perhaps the oddest thing is the silence. Although the wind blows on occasion, when it ceases there is a suffocating silence that falls on this place, broken only by the distant cries of unseen creatures. I have visited 3 times and am sure now that this age will provide the environment I need. I believe the cold temperature is necessary for obtaining the correct resonance. Examining the structure of the books is ever more perplexing, but I am driven onward by my need to understand. The great tree of possibilities can never be fully grasped, but I must at least try to find one particular branch. On the subject of enlightenment, I would also like to find the cause of the mysterious lights that shine in the darkness here. Though I never assumed that I would be able to build especially fast here, the speed at which I am progressing is somewhat disappointing. I do think I will bring Cirrus and Achenar as well as some of the machinery from Selenitic. Achenar chose to stay with Catherine, but Cirrus was rather excited to come. He has spent the last few days here with me, helping me with the beginning phases of construction. He, too, seems to enjoy the ice and cold weather. He is intrigued with the crystals that we have brought with us. He has been a big help, as have others, and I hope to be able to begin my experiments here soon. Tonight, Cirrus and I found a wonderful... Tonight, Cirrus and I found a wondrous spot to view the lights, although it seems they decided to hide from us. After sitting in the cold winds for over 2 hours, we saw nothing. It was rather disappointing. Cirrus will return to Myst tomorrow. He has been a tremendous aid to me, and I'm thankful for his willingness to help. The hard part of the construction is over, although I have decided after tonight that I would like to add some kind of observation post. I won't be finished as soon as I had hoped, although I'm fairly certain it will be worth the delay in the long run. I have decided to take a break from the construction now that the tunnel is almost complete and I have been able to set up a temporary space where the crystals will not be stimulated. I am quite convinced that with the right diffraction resonance, certain properties of the ink can be simulated. Catherine still finds it absurd and thinks I am crazy to assume I will be able to view ages with stones, but her unusual pessimism has not convinced me to stop trying. I came too close to success on Everdunes. I am fairly certain now that temperature indeed does have an effect on the crystals, but I have realized that temperature alone is not enough. The cold dampens some of the sympathetic harmonies, but a more active suppressor is necessary. I have acquired some geodes with a pure protected crystalline interior. Thin slices of the geodes below each crystal provided a stabilizing effect and even amplified the clean frequency slightly. After quite a bit of experimentation with the shapes and colors, I was able to capture a blurry image within a book. Though the link would never work, there was clearly an age on the other side. I can hardly wait to return and tell Catherine. I feel like I should finish the shaft to my observation post while I have the machinery here, perhaps tomorrow morning. The lights were beautiful again last night. They had not shown themselves for so long that I had almost forgotten their beauty. I still must find the cause. I'm feeling rather overwhelmed with what remains to be done. The crystals have not been perfected. The shaft is not finished, nor is the observation post or even lab. I have not seen Catherine for some time, and I long to spend more time with Akinar and Cirrus. Besides all of that, there are, far away, in the back of my mind, the thoughts of my people and our lost city. I dreamt again of them last night. I have only seen the city in its worst condition, and still its beauty overwhelmed me. Even now, as I imagine how majestic it must have been before the destruction caused by Veovis and Agaris, it amazes and saddens me. By Veovis and Agaris. I am fairly certain that Denis is not dead, as my father believed. I am convinced that there must be some who managed to escape the destruction and even now continue to survive in separate ages. Within me is the urging to take the chance and return to Denis to find these survivors and properly rebuild our city. However, I can do nothing until I am certain of the fate of my father. If my plan failed, if I missed a single book when attempting to trap him on Riven, then he has been free all along. If that is true, then all that stands between him and the ages I have now written is the link from Denis to Myst. As much as I wish to return to Denis, without knowing the state of my father, I cannot risk establishing that link. I must observe my father without re-establishing that link. It has taken several years, and there have been many dead ends, but I have partially succeeded. Now that I have managed to view another age using the crystals, it is only a matter of time until I view Riven. At least, I hope. Catherine will have her ideas about all of these things, and I miss her greatly. I will return to Rhyme later, when my mind has cleared. Denis? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember how I said it just now, but okay. I think that's everything in here for the moment. Because I don't think I can do anything with the hallway right now. Stretch. Maybe I can do something with the hallway? Ooh, that stretch feels really good. I pronounced the apostrophe? Okay. Dunny. So like Dunny instead of Denis? Oh. Okay. Yes, I remember this. I don't really remember it. I just remember that you push the little picture and it closes off that doorway. But I don't think... Oh. I don't think I'm ready for this yet. Oh, I know I'm not ready for this yet. Okay. Yeah. But I remember it. Okay, let's open up egress from this point. Oh, it's dark out. Oh yeah, that's one of the updates. Like there's weather and stuff in this now. Sunrise and sunset and weather, and I can walk everywhere in like an open world walking. So this would be marker number 4. Part of the reason that I'm flipping them up now, like I was doing it originally just because, But now, if they're flipped up, I know that I have counted them. Birds. So this would be 5. 6. Always go down the scary hallway into the ground, right? I don't have the information to turn this on yet. Oh, power. Power to ship. So left is power, right is power to ship. Generator switches 1 through 5 on the left and 6 through 10 on the right. And it shows 88. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. $99. Well, power to the ship died after I turned on. So 83. $89, that's close. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to be trying to hit 88 as the number, but that was what was in the picture. But we'll see. Oh, there's power. Lights are on. Lovely. I have lost count. Was this 6? I don't remember what I said. I think it might have been 6. Is this 7 over there? Okay, I have no idea what time I need to set that for. 8. It's very, very dark in here right now. They've done a really good job with this update and the letting you walk around. It feels like, yeah, it's not completely open world. There, you can run into things and not, but considering it was static slides before, this is amazing. Apparently all I had to do was click on it. supposed to be able to see something? I don't remember, and nothing appears to be happening at the moment. It has beautiful music, though. Oh, there's a note. Settings, Dimensional Imager. Topographical extrusion test, 40. Marker switch diagram, 47. Water turbulent pool, 67. Marker switch diagram, 47. I want that. Marker switch diagram. Hi, Be Right UK! Welcome back! Thank you for resubscribing as part of the Rogues. It's lovely to have you here, and it is absolutely amazing and exciting that people keep resubscribing, so thank you. Also, this is just gonna bug the heck out of me, so I'm gonna fix it because... Oh, it's weird that it's doing that. Let me do this. There. I'm getting... Just remove the subscriber goal from the scene because it is not updating properly, and I will have to look into that later. Alright, marker switch diagram. Something about the number of marker switches on the island. Okay, that doesn't seem to be the same thing. If this is the marker switch diagram, there are 2, 6. My brain does not do this well. Sorry. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I don't know why that was so hard for me to figure out. But I don't think that's actually the right number. I also don't remember what I needed that number for. Let's look at the topographical extrusion test. Wait, do I have to push the button over here after I select that? I do. Okay. I was not using the holographic imager correctly. So I have to go back and switch it to 47 again. These graphics are very, very nicely updated. I really, really just can't get over how nicely updated this game is. I thought it was going to give me a map of the marker switches. Well, now we have confirmed for sure that those are the marker switches that I need to be counting. But I swear, I thought it was going to give me a map that I could just count the number of marker switches. All right. Oh, apparently the turbulent pool is just the default state it was in when I got here. Okay. Dark hallways. Open the door. When will it be daytime again? This is very dark. It's hard to see. feel like... Oh, I know. Is there anything here? All right. It was up here where we found the note somewhere, wasn't it? I wish you could pick up the notes and take them with you. Instead of leaving it on the ground here. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager. Okay, so we were just at the imager. We've counted, it's either like 8 or 9 marker switches that we've counted. So I'm going to go back to the imager and see if that helps us. Eight. That certainly seems like it gave a different reaction. Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our sons. I suspect it's Akinar, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I should never have left them unchecked for so long. He took books from the library and put them in a place of protection. Remember the tower rotation. Everything will be fine, and erase the message after you viewed it. It is a very difficult thing to try and both listen and speak at the same time. Trying to make it, deal with the fact that this game does not have any subtitles available, and so trying to relate what's in the spoken passages, which there are not that many of, just to get them in the captioner. Right. I don't know. There's power in here. This shows me the sky. I don't know what to do with that yet. So power to the ship failed when we were powering up stuff. I can't go up the ladder. So that's apparently not the way to go. Walking through the trees. It's weird to play a game that you know you've played before and to really have absolutely no clue what you're doing. I vaguely remember some of the story, but I really just don't remember any of the puzzles or how to solve them. Right, so tree. Pounds per square inch. And a dial. I don't know what the combination is on this. I know that's not it. There's clues somewhere that I am not remembering where they're at. Which is fine. Like, I shouldn't be trying to remember where things are. I should just be trying to figure them out. But at the same time, it's like weird to play a game that I've played multiple times and not know the answers. I don't know what time to set that to. That was the power station. We've got some power on. We didn't have power on before when we were in the library, so how about I go in the library again? Remember your tower rotation. Well, this is the tower, but I don't know what rotation that I need to be. It's white there. There. If I rotate the tower to the ship, does that mean I can access the ship? That one is up. Also, where is the tower? Should I go to the tower? Can I go to the tower? I don't remember these things. Oh, the ship doesn't have power. What am I doing? The power station died when I tried to power the ship. I remember things, really. I don't think I can go to the tower. It's up there. Oh. What was up here with the gears? It does look so much better. I mean, it had pretty awesome graphics when it first came out. Like, it was a very interesting and spectacular game when it first came out. But it looks extremely outdated if you were to look at it today. And this has just updated it quite nicely. Oh. I think I can do this one now. Which one was it? Was that the Channelwood? No. Stone Ship has the constellations, right? I should write down the constellations. Hi, Ray Faye. How are you? I took time off from work and was like, you know, I want to stream. I want to go online and play games with friends. And Myst is what happened. So, all right. Myst. Got my notebook. All right. Stone Ship. Constellations. We have 1, 2, 3 big dots with little, 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 and little, and that is an anchor. My art is very subpar, and who knows if I will remember what this actually means. I don't know if you can see it. Trying to like draw the picture. So that's one, and we have the eye, which has the 2 big ones, bright ones in the middle, and 2 little ones out further. And that is eye. I did take drawing in college when I was a scenic and lighting design major. But I have really not practiced it, and so it has not stuck with me. Because when I took drawing, that was like 20 years ago or more. Okay. A really big one down there. A larger one there. A larger one there. Some smaller dots. And 2 over there, and that is the snake. Right. Okay, and now the 6-legged insect that is in no way a spider. Because if it was a spider, I would not be able to look at it. But it is a 6-legged insect that is in no way a spider. That I will draw because I have to. It has a little stinger on the end, and it's got 6 creepy little legs. And the 2 little, very spider-like things at the front of it there. Okay. Next is the cross. Stars. Stars. One in the center. One there. It's a cross. That looks like a cross. Not too hard to draw a cross. And then we have an arrow. Almost done. Dot, dot, dot. Big dot. 2 little dots. Which gives me arrow. That has an arrowhead. Okay. And then we have the goose. I'm going with goose. It's probably, I don't know, it could be a goose or a swan. We'll just pretend it is a blue Andorian goose, and honestly, it could be a pheasant too. I'm not 100% certain on which bird breed this is. It is a bird that likes water. Your notes always call it a flamingo. I mean, I enjoy birds. I enjoy ornithology, but I've never really studied it, and I'm much more familiar with citizen birds, so like the parrot families, than I am with waterfowl of this type. Because it's been a hobby, and it started because I had pet cockatiels, and that has turned into a more general interest. It could be an emu. That's true. A more general interest in birds, but that general interest has been mostly focused on cockatiels and parrots and other like pet bird parrot species. Um, so my broader knowledge of birds needs improving. Oh, look, poison ivy. Leaves of 3, leave them be. No, that's a maple leaf. Come on. Are you saying that the Canadian maple leaf looks like poison ivy? Also, I live in Virginia, and in Virginia, you pay attention to what poison ivy looks like. This does not have the proper 3-leaf structure to be poison ivy. I also drew it very poorly. So, my drawings, as bad as they are in the notebook. They're good enough that I should be able to solve puzzles with them. I hope. The problem is, I thought that I should have enough information to be able to do the stone ship puzzle, but I don't think I actually do. Let's rotate the tower. No, I want to go... Oh, it doesn't rotate there. I thought it did, but apparently it does not. Alright. Oh, I can hold shift to run. Yes. The tower stops where the linking books are, but that doesn't help me remember how I begin the progression of solving the puzzles. Because at the moment, I don't know which puzzle I'm trying to solve. There was the message for Catherine, and I got the message for Catherine, and now I can't remember what the message for Catherine said. Books in the library. I looked at the books in the library. Did any of them give me enough information to open up any of these things? So I have Stone Ship Age, and I got the constellations from that. I have Channel Wood. But there's not, like, hints in here about how to open Channel Wood that I remember. Selenitic. There's a piano. I suppose I should draw that. But I don't know. I haven't seen a piano, so... drawing piano keys, because while I think I know what the notes are, that writing them out as music will not be as easy for me as writing them out the way that they are depicted here. Like I said, I did take a couple of semesters of piano. I was not terribly good at piano. Surprisingly, my fingers are not that dexterous, which is part of why I stopped playing the oboe and the flute and other manual instruments and focused on singing instead. That one, and then this one is, and then this one. I'm just coloring in the keys that are indicated. Got this one. And that one. And then we have another and two. Okay. And let's add the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very poor drawing of the piano, but enough information to be able to use it when we find a keyboard. And that was in the Selenitic book, right? Yes. So this is Stone Ship, this is Selenitic. Right. Okay. Insignia of the Black Ship. Stairs, gear room. There's not really clues to jot down from that one. 40? Yes. Yes, this is the... We've already seen 40 and seen the picture. So those are the clues there. I haven't seen any dates anywhere. Who are you? You must come. Bring me a red page. I can't. I can't see you. Red page. I beg you, bring me red page. I need your help. I'm serious. I'm looking. I'm not sure. I think it may have been captioning the actual audio from the game too, which would be lovely if it was. We'll see. Nope, it's not. I know there's a way I can get it to do that, but I've seen that entire video and it was not helpful. Alright, if I come in here while the door's open, I can't look around. I just have the pattern builder, but I don't have the pattern yet. There's nothing on the roof. Oh! That must be because of where I have the tower pointing. The bookshelves opened up and we have a hallway now that we did not have before. It looks like it has an elevator. Just gonna walk around the elevator. Don't see any notes or anything else. Library. Oh, I have to close the door. Tower. We're in the tower. Okay, I do remember this part. It never looked this nice before. Okay, so there's a book there. Lol, safety first. Hi, Beauregard, how are you? Thank you for the follow. Key. Gazone, Gazone. Oh, suddenly it is daylight outside, apparently. Oh, that seems like a graphical glitch to me. Whoops. I was trying to click the book. That is a book. And there's just a... That's the... Okay. That's not working for me. How about the key? Oh, look. There's a key here. The key is 240221. All right. More missed notes. Tower. Key. 240. 2, 2, 1. Okay. I don't know what to do with the other side yet, because it didn't seem like there was anything I could do with it. But I know what to do with the time. Yeah, just don't know what to do with that at the moment. Hello, elevator. Close the door. Back in the early home PC days, you remember being given Riven to try and figure out by a friend of your mom's. You never managed it. Sai was playing this and had to see how it's done. I've played Myst twice. Once back in like the early 90s when it first came out, and once on iPad a few years ago. I don't remember any of the puzzles. I started Riven and never finished it, but when I finish Myst, I will end up doing Riven, because I bought Myst, Riven, Myst 3, Myst 4, and Myst 5 as part of a package on Steam. So if I'm... Can I move this, and will things change in here if I do? You're finishing Riven today, Scribbler. Nice. It's supposed to be a lot more complex and harder than Myst, which is somewhat frightening for me considering how badly I do at figuring out the puzzles in Myst. I don't... Oh, wait. I should be able to... So before, it was aimed at the gears. Now it should be aimed at the rocket ship. So if I go back up there... Did they base the Resident Evil puzzles off of this? You know, I have not played Resident Evil, so I don't know what those puzzles are like, but it's entirely possible. I don't know when Resident Evil first came out, but this Myst and then Riven and Riddle of the Sphinx and all of the games like this that were coming out in the 90s really kind of set a standard for what these puzzle games would be like. And I think I'm just getting a graphical glitch here with no... I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to see out there, but I have a different key because I'm looking at something different. $59 volts. So I think where the tower is aimed to the other side, the slot is supposed to be showing me what the key is for, if I remember correctly, and it's just not doing it. But thankfully I have played this before, so I should be able to figure it out. Resident Evil came out in 96. Myst came out in 93. So yeah, probably. They probably took inspiration for at least the type of puzzling, either from this game or from the same place that this game got it. This is one of the first puzzlers of this type that I remember, but if you go back and look at things like King's Quest or Space Quest, this is just an evolution of the puzzle solving that they had. So apparently 59 volts should get me the rocket ship. The 240 and 221 was on the gears. Wasn't it? It was here when it gave me 240 and 221 as the clue, or as the key. Close the door, go back up and double check, because I need to learn to take better notes. Open the door. We're on the gears. 240, 221. Yes. Okay. Yeah, Amy's playthrough of King's Quest is really fun to watch because she's really good at avoiding plot. So she will literally try absolutely everything before progressing. And if she knows something's the right answer, she will do that last. And it just makes it a lot of fun. So this is the... this is aimed now at the tree or at the Oracle place, the time travel place. She is quite thorough. And honestly, watching her stream King's Quest gave me a format for how to stream older games like that. So, like, when I'm doing Ultima on Saturdays, the only reason that I was able to lay it out, so I've got the map there and the game on screen and kind of that layout, was because I saw her streams in it and saw how she had laid out like the older King's Quest games and evolved that over time. Because we all, anybody who streams watches other streamers and steals ideas. And I got a lot of mine from her. So this is the time/Oracle place. The key is October 11, 1984, 10:04 a.m. January 17, 12:07, 5:46 a.m. November 23rd, 9791, 6:57 p.m. Amy makes completionist look slapdash. Yes, indeed. I wonder, pardon me, I wonder how many games she has 100%ed on their accomplishments, though. I know in King's Quest there were, like, I want to say in 6 we missed a couple of points and had to, like, figure out which ones were missing and how they were achieved, and then she had to go back and actually get them, but not, like, fully play the whole game through again from that point. And that was fun. Okay, so this is the tree place that it's pointing at now. We've lost the little marker. It said library before and tower, and now that's missing. Oh, now it says tower. 724 for the tree. That is not how you write a 7 and a 2 and a 4. But I have it down. I made it work. But my hand was not writing the numbers that were in my brain. Okay. I think that is the last one. We'll just rotate the tower. Yes. Okay. That is the last of those. I have been sitting here for 2 hours playing this, and I need to take a quick break. I'm not ready to stop yet. I just need to take a break. So I'm going to throw you all to the Be Right Back screen for a minute, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully it picks up the game again. It did! Woo! Okay. um, yeah, I just want to make it a little bit further, and then we'll probably end for the afternoon and throw it over to someone else for a raid. I don't remember this one. There we go. Click the painting to close the hallway and open the door. Alright, and now it's daytime out. So we do not have the key for the clock. We have a time. 2:40, 2:21 was for the gears. There's nothing to manipulate at the gears. I'm going to put 2:40 on the clock and see what happens. So that's 12:15. It's 12:40. 2:40. Aha! So 2:40 does indeed give me a path. Door is open. Oh. Oh, this puzzle. I need to get 221. Okay, that one resets it. This one moves the top ones. 2, 2, but this all moves the bottom two. Alright, so I need it in the position of 2, 1, 3 to get it to do 2, 2, 1, right? As the next one. Oh, it's right there. Nope. Okay. If I do this one, that doesn't get it. I don't know how to make this work. 2, 1, 2. 2, 2, 3. And I've reset it. Oh. I did it again. Pretzel. Oh. No. I did pause pretzel. I don't know what I'm thinking. Alright. That's where I was. 3, 1, 1. This will make it 1, 2, 1. If I pull it again, it'll be 1, 3, 2. Or 2, 3, 1. 2, 1, 2. All the zip codes. Just give me all the zip codes. 3, 2, 2. I need 2, 2, 1. Wait, something happens if you hold either of the levers? Oh! Thank you. That will make a big difference. Okay. Yeah, that's... Oh, let's go... That's fine. It's not too hard now. 1... Yeah. That was actually much, much easier that way. Okay, gears are open. Okay. Wait. Oh. I moved my mouse a little bit too far and clicked outside the window. Progress! Actual progress! Which, you know, I'm not opposed to avoiding progress, but only if I'm accomplishing something by doing so, and we were not accomplishing anything. Book! It's the mechanical age. Oh. It took me a second to realize that the video was just looping. I was mesmerized by the really stunning graphical upgrade that this game has received. Okay. There does not appear to be a book to return using. We will see. Lots of gears here. 4 pluses. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't remember the answer, but I remember the puzzle. Okay. Oh, yes. We'll go this way first. This does, if I remember right, get a little bit creepy. I don't think I can actually click on anything. Bird. Rocket ship and boat. Little clock. Oh, that's where we just were. It's very blurry and does not seem adjustable. Gold diamond, blue polyhedron, pink dodecahedron. I don't know how many sides the blue one has, and I'm not counting. It's a gold D8, a blue D12, and a pink D20. Which is how my brain is choosing to read it. Oh, a little bird next to the throne. Chessboard. I am clicking on things to see if they do anything. Oh! Apparently you can sit in the throne. And Steam gave me an achievement for doing so. Called Kingly. Right? passage here. Stairs to go down. I will remember that there are stairs to go down, or at least I will pretend I will remember. For now, I'm going to keep exploring this floor. There's a door. The door doesn't open. Ah, yes. This is the creepy I was remembering. I mean, I guess it's just an armory. And I can apparently sit in that chair, too. I did not get an achievement for doing so. Crossbow? Morning star? Horns? Various chains. I mean, that really just seems like a torture chamber. And apparently rightfully so. Okay. That really sounds like somebody's banging on metal. What? Mortar and pestle. Various... Blue page! Yes, I have a blue page. Now my cursor is just blue page. Wait, this box is electrified? Do I... Well, apparently I'm just carrying blue page. I may have to return with the blue page. That was a danger noodle. So Cirrus, the red brother, is portrayed as a megalomaniac, while Akinar, blue, is portrayed as a sociopath. Yes, I do remember. I do remember that. I just had forgotten. I remembered it was creepy, and I had forgotten just how and why it was creepy. Also, there's much more to this puzzle in this island. Right. Nope. I have now moved. Let's see what is outside. Wait, is this where I was? I thought I had turned it to a different... Maybe I apparently turned it right back to where I was. But what I need is to know which buttons to push here, because I don't know how to get back. The book is not there. And until I can reveal the book, I don't have any way back to Myst. Alright, there are islands on each of the 4 directions. I think I went too far there. So let's... Nope. Can we turn slower? What's on the other side of the stairs when they're raised? Can you... Oh, it's that, oh yeah. It's that tower with the... That's what it's opening. And the thing is, it would take me literally forever to remember or to figure out that. I will admit I have never played this game without the walkthroughs. After seeing the chamber with the cage, you take your chances in the water. Yeah, that seems like a good choice there. Ooh, down or up? Up? Up. I mean, this is not meant to be like a horror game or anything. It's very dark here. Gears. Why are those lit? Also, there doesn't seem to be anything up here. Can I go up further? No. The person who made the cage is safely locked away in a prison book. It's okay. Yeah, unless I let him out. Currently holding a blue page. What was I supposed to get from that, though? I don't understand. There didn't seem to be anything there. Wait. What's going on? Did it just... In that case, the book goes in the water. Yeah, there are 3 buttons. If I push the middle one... Oh, I should have gotten out while it was giving me a timer. There we go. I don't know what these are doing. Oh. That one. No indication of how long I should do this for. I don't know if I did it for the right amount of time or like there was not really an indication. Back through the torture chamber. Well, we have arrived at a different one of the peaks. Hills, islands. We have 2 symbols. All right. Symbol 1 is the little crescent symbol. symbol 2 is the 3. There's a down triangle and a rectangle and an up triangle. Great. Now we try to get to one of the other stones. I really should go through the prettier room. All right, go all the way up. Push the middle button and exit the elevator. And I have no idea how long I'm supposed to do this for. I'm going to assume that's enough and see. This time we turn left and go through the pretty room. Okay, this is the spot that we started on. But I still need 2 more. How do I know where it's facing? Akinar's room has an imaging device. This? Or oh, the other room? Oh. Fortress Rotation Simulator? Okay. I think I understand the timing on it now. I have never seen that before. Meaning I have not found that in any of the other times that I've played this game. When you lock the lever in place with the left lever, it should make a sound. So, I don't know what you mean. Oh! I haven't been doing that. Well, that's a different sound. They really do make very good puzzles. Robo sneeze. All right. 2 more symbols. Triangle, triangle, triangle with the circle on top. This one is half moon circle thingy. Okay. Yes, and I remember that now from like that you could use that for like the sounds and whatnot, but I did not remember any of that. I remembered that you had to turn it and then you needed to visit each of the 4 directions, but I didn't remember how to make that happen. Okay. No. Push the button first. All right. Do I have to push? Yeah, I do have to push. No. Yeah, I have to put it in gear. And we have a little ping sound. And forward the foundation. Is this the one that we were at before where we got the other 2 symbols from it? It is. So I think that's it. I don't think there's nothing to visit in that direction. So it's just the 3 directions. I had to remember whether it was up or down, and my brain was like, I've been doing this for like 10 minutes, but I don't remember. Oh, push, and then this, and then that. Okay, I think this should get us to the exit. Go back down. Mechanical age. No, this is nowhere. Oh, look, there's a boat out in the distance, in the fog. I don't know if you all can see it, but it's there. You should stream your Riven playthrough. These are good games for this. I think puzzle games are really, really good to stream. Although if you're streaming your Riven playthrough, I probably will not come and watch because I will need to avoid spoilers for when I'm going to play it. But I'm sure you can get other people. And then I can go and watch the VODs later. But um, I hope that's the right sound to get back. Yeah, I could do that. Um, no, this isn't where I want to be. I want to be there. I don't know what sound it is. Let's see. Maybe this will tell me what sound I need, and I can stop the back and forth. I mean, I'm not terribly great at them either, but if I have other people that can help me, that's the sound I want. That, like, empty pan sound. Also, I didn't need to come back out here yet. So, like, puzzle games, I'm never going to be like, don't give me any hints. I'm going to do this all on my own, because there's no way I would ever finish the game. Like I said, the only way I've ever played this game in the past is by having a walkthrough right beside me. So getting subtle hints from chat is less cheaty than having the walkthrough. Alright, I need the empty tin pan sound, or whatever that is. And that's not it. That's the one I want. Down elevator. I'm generally not a huge fan of first-person perspective games, but I have played this one multiple times. Alright. This needs to be that symbol. This is that one. This is the little ball on top of the sun over the grass. That. And this is that one. And it opens up a staircase where there's a book. Achievement unlocked. Mechanical Age. And that's going to take me back to Myst. In the library. And I have a blue page for the blue book. You returned. I thought you wouldn't return. Blue pages, rescue me. I'm Akinar. My brother begged you? To be completed. Always blue pages. Listen to him. Not listen to my brother. Egotistical fool and a liar. Bring me the blue pages. The red ones. Don't bring the red ones. I implore you. I've been wrongfully imprisoned. I will have my retribution. Blue pages. Blue pages, please. I really wish there were subtitles in this game. I'm scared at every corner, even though I know there won't be anyone there. Alright, we have done the mechanical age. Oh. Oh, F turns on the flashlight. I forgot there was a flashlight. I should have remembered that. Let's see. Mechanical age is done. And I'm probably going to end it there. I'm going to... Let me switch views here real quick. This one. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. We've been up for about almost 3 hours. Thank you, everybody who stopped by. Today was a completely random stream. I don't normally stream on Tuesdays. I don't normally stream during the day on weekdays because I work. But I had taken today off, and so decided I just wanted to do some gaming and spend some time hanging out with all of you. So it's been lovely having you all here. Thanks to everybody who came. Rykar for the resub, and Be Right UK for the resub. Go Regard, thank you for following. Scribbler Gaming and Wraith Faye, thanks for coming. Everybody who's been here lurking, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to set up a raid, and let's see. I'm live next tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. on VTUL Studios channel. Oh, hi, Hardy Man. Let's see. So if you want to see me next, I will be live on VTUL Studios channel tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. for Archival Adventures. Otherwise, I'm live again here. Thanks, Growing Toward the Sun. I'm live again here on Saturday for Retro Roguery, where I'm playing Ultima 2, Revenge of the Enchantress currently. And I hope to see you again on another stream. For now, if you all want to join me for a raid, I think Scribbler Gaming is live right now with Riven. So I'm going to send you all over there and say hello if you are a sub and you have the one currently active emote. Go ahead and throw that dagger to say hello when you get there. There will be 2 more emotes coming. They have been uploaded. I'm just waiting for Twitch to review them and approve them because I have not been around long enough to be able to upload them and have them available right away. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I will see you again soon and later. Until next time.